And we back. I thought I was going to come in here and do just run game stuff, but I was so impressed by my offensive line as a whole. I just wanted to hit y'all with some tidbits before there's any naysayers in the chat box that'll probably accuse me of like cherry picking plays or something like that. You go to my patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. That's where I'm watching the full film. And listen, we had an incredible class this morning, man. We did Patreon this morning. We did O-line and D-line, and man, just everybody in the chat was just loving what was going on. So if you want the full-blown stuff, we had some offensive line work, some D-line work, and we found out a couple of secrets about Jalen Hurts. Y'all can tap into the Patreon and see what we discovered. Today, we're going to be looking at the offensive line, man. And this is the Zeke touchdown. And I'm going to use this offensive line play to kind of stem into the topic I really want to talk about. But I'm definitely going to show some love to this play. You know what I mean? First and foremost, Zeke was incredible here, man. But can we just talk about Zeke, Kellen Moore, and your offensive line? Not particularly in that order. Let's start off with the Kellen Moore aspect of this, right? And how this thing was blocked and how it was designed. It was fantastic. We're trying to get the Eagles defense to move in one direction. I think we did a pretty solid job at that. We got everybody moving to the left. How do we do that? Well, if you take a look at the offensive line, they are zone blocking to the left. Also, what made this sell really well was CeeDee Lamb in motion, faking the jet to the left. Now, you know, Cooper Rush was under center here, so the defense shouldn't have bit on the Lamb sweep or whatever. But hey, if they want to roll with the Lamb sweep, let them roll with the Lamb sweep. But they got everybody on the defense moving to their right, to our left. All right, cool. There are two blocks. There's actually three blocks that are super important here, but I'm going to go over the first two. Is the Michael Gallup block. Take a look at Michael Gallup at the very top of the formation. He's going to climb and get the block on this corner, which gives us a little bit of work. And you have the Noah Brown block, which is so fun to me, right? Let me tell you why the Noah Brown block is so fun. Because he wasn't faking jet sweep. He wasn't in motion like CeeDee Lamb was. He was simply from the line of scrimmage, behind the offensive line, into a block at the end. So that's more so like I'm a pulling offensive lineman almost, or I'm like a leading fullback. Noah Brown's going to come around and he's going to get the block on Darius Slay. But let me tell you what was so impressive about the scheme of Noah Brown from his position, pulling and blocking backside, is that he brings two people with him. So yes, he blocks Darius Slay on the backside, but look at the cornerback that's running with Noah Brown. Noah Brown take both those dudes out of this play by blocking one and another dude traveling with him. Fantastic. But let me tell you what really put the nipple on the titty. Let me tell you what really put the satin on the panties in this play that made Zeke go crazy. Take a look at Skywalker Steele's cousin Terence here at the right tackle. He's going to move Fletcher Cox from point A to point B and part that C, and Zeke does the rest. That is fantastic. Let me take a look at the cartel view here. Let's just watch this thing from the cartel view. Take a look at your offensive lineman, man. Take a look at Terence Steele moving Fletcher all over the place. My goodness, bro. Take a look at Zach Martin dealing with the linebacker there. Fantastic. How about your center and your left guard with the combo right here, taking 97 to 57. Fantastic. Oh, what about your rookie left tackle? What did he do? Well, your rookie left tackle simply took number 48 out of the film. Are you kidding me? What a play. Dog, Terence Steele was so fun to watch, and I think he's coming into his own because he's finding techniques that work for him. And we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. You should have been watching the film then. But Terence Steele's getting real good with his strike. He's really finding some success when he comes from the hip with that punch, bow, and he really delivers a blow to whatever defender it is that he's attacking. And you know, I said I wasn't gonna say nothing bad about quarterback two, but it almost hurt watching this film because quarterback two's worst throws came from, like, you know, really solid pockets like this, and it really hurt to watch on the replay or whatnot. But man, I just can't stop ranting and raving about Terence Steele. I mean, the rest of the offensive line did well. This was probably everybody's best game as a whole, but Terence Steele and his strike 1-2 bow, he really took Hassan Reddick out of this game, and I got a lot more examples of it. We got one more example of Terence Steele punching the hell out of Hassan Reddick. And another example of Terence Steele punching the hell out of Hassan Reddick. This time he took him all the way out the film. Let's go back to the wide view so we can see how far Terence Steele took our guy Hassan Reddick. Just completely erased him out the game. What you doing out there by the numbers, bro? Terence Steele got this fella all the way by the sideline, by the Cowboys sideline. What you doing? And just one more time, Terence Steele getting out in the open, delivering some great vengeance and furious anger and unnecessary violence on this play. Look, Terence Steele got busy, man. I'm gonna just let a little bit of film run here while I talk. I don't want people to get confused, man. I know we're highlighting Terence Steele, but the whole offensive line did their part this game. They did well this game, and the offense really didn't get to clicking until the second half or whatever. But you know, I just think the offensive line is just working itself into midseason form. You know, I would still love to see what's gonna happen with this left guard position. This wasn't the greatest showing by Jason Peters this game. Like I said, y'all go check out the Patreon. We'll talk about it there. But Terence Steele, Zach Martin, oh man, the way that Tyler Biadasz was just handling Jordan Davis, man. I mean, y'all please go to the Patreon, check that out. Connor McGovern had a good game versus Hargrave, man, and you know he's a dude that I think is the best out of the crew. 97, I think he's the one that's that's the most powerful, the most polished, and still kind of in his best form right now. Fletcher Cox is an older gentleman. I don't think he is what he once was, and you know Zach Martin pretty much erased him the game. And then you have Jordan Davis, you know, who is very talented, but he's still young, and I don't know how much more offseason peanut butter you got to get into him, but he's not ready to be at his final product yet. The moral of the story is all three of those interior D linemen are fantastic players. They're top tier players right now. And what the Cowboys offensive line was able to do was basically, you know, we had times where we were just moving those dudes around and we didn't even get into that bag until the second half, you know. Of course, turnovers were a thing, and quarterback 2 had some bad throws there. There was really nothing we could do about that. If they gave us those looks, you know, we have to do what we got to do to attack them. You know what I mean? You know, quarterback 2 just got to do a better job of executing and delivering on some of those passes, man. But just in terms of offensive line, man, just bro, like we just got to keep this whatever this was that we did Sunday, even with like Jake Ferguson and Sean McEwen and Hendershot, like those guys blocking, that is a foundation that you can build upon for later on in the season, right? And we'll run into the Eagles again. We might run into the Eagles, you know, 2 more times. I don't know. But I know that going into those games, you know, with healthy quarterback 1, I just sincerely think that I ain't gonna say nothing else, man, because people gonna say I'm hating. You know how they do, man. They say you're hating. They say about you cherry picking, you're feeding into the narrative, man. Hey, look, I'm just here delivering the information. I'm just here doing whatever my job entails, and y'all could do with the information whatever it is that you would like to do with it. But our Cowboys defensive line, especially in the second half, man, I was so impressed with the movement we was able to get. I was so impressed with the blocks on first level. Like, we're normally like a really solid second level block team, but the first level blocks is what really impressed me. Tyler Smith had another good game versus Josh Sweat, not Montez this time. I don't know if they brothers or something, but Tyler had a solid. He got pushed back there, but Tyler had a solid game versus Josh there. So I think this is a good time for the offensive line to gel and get their collective parts together, you know what I mean? Because, Forrest's back, and, you want to do everything that you can to protect him and all that. And, man, it's just, we on our way, brother. We on our way. With that being said, man, I know I keep saying Patreon, bro, but shit, that's what the best film at patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. Go over there and check it out. And I'll be on where am I gonna be at? I'm gonna be at the Volume Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Central. My bad, y'all. Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Central. Follow me on Twitter, VOCHLOMBARDI. I'll catch y'all at the show later on, man, or the show tomorrow. Depends on when it's dropped. Probably be tomorrow. All right, y'all. Peace.